What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. Of course, you know they call me Napalm, and I've got another video for you in the 31 Days of Q&A series here on the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and leave some comments below related to the content today. First off, USMC hoodie. The reason I'm wearing this is not because I was in the Marine Corps. I was never in any branch of the service. This is my absolute favorite hoodie for training. It was given to me by a former client who I consider a friend. Respect him. On top of that, check this out. The sleeves come up over the elbows, and when I train, I don't like to have the sleeves down on the forearms. So I always pull them up. The other thing is, no drawstrings, so it makes this the absolute perfect hoodie to wear for getting warm prior to a training session. And all the respect in the world for all of our veterans, anyone serving right now. And as I shoot this, it's actually Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to all of them out there, and any veterans watching today. I salute you. This video is brought to you by Napalm Fat Burning. It's a product I released probably close to 10 years ago, and it goes over things that you can do to start having an impact on putting on muscle, taking off fat, and just overall improving your body composition. I know there's a lot of people watching this video that are not happy with their body composition, and that's the balance between the visible muscle on your body and the visible fat on your body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover 5 major areas that you can focus on in order to change your body composition. So if you want a program that will help you out with this, check out the description box and look up Napalm Fat Burning. It's exactly what I do, or at least what I did at the time, to change my body composition back when I wrote the product. And of course, I have other videos here on the channel where I've talked about what I've been doing to change my body composition here recently. So don't be afraid to peruse the channel. All right, let's get right into this. Number 1, you need to look at your diet. Diet is extremely important when it comes to this. You train your ass off all you want to. If your diet sucks, you are not going to see any kind of change, at least not as fast as you want to. So here's a couple things that I would suggest working on. I would drastically cut the amount of starchy carbs that you're eating. Pasta, bread, things along these lines. It's all just extra calories that you're just going to have to burn off. And I got to tell you, I don't need that for enough energy. Some people are like, well, I need carbs for energy so I can get through my training session. Dude, play with your starchy carbs. I guarantee most people watching this who have this issue, they want to improve their body composition. You're eating too many starchy carbs. You start reducing that dramatically, you're going to see a difference in how your body fat percentages change, because most people eat way too many carbohydrates in total. And when you don't burn those off, it ends up getting stored as fat. So this is always the first change I make. If I go off the rails for a few months or 18 months or whatever it is, and I need to dial back, the starchy carbs get reduced, and it's going to have a big impact for you. Just completely in line with that, what I try to do is make the great majority of my meals about a fist size of protein and a fist size of vegetables on my plate. So a lot of times it's broccoli, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, things along those lines. A giant pile of peppers. I'll make a salad with all kinds of different colored stuff in it, and then the protein. And I don't even really, guys, I don't weigh anything. I've one time weighed food. It was such a pain in the ass. I never did it again. I don't do that. use the fist as the reference. Use that as a starting point. See how your weight and your body fat changes after a couple weeks using that as a starting point. And then you can make adjustments from there. But you get an idea, very soon you get an idea of what a pile of protein and a pile of veggies looks like. And you know how much to put on your plate. So reduce those starchy carbs. Fist size of protein, fist size of vegetables. Next, get in the habit of training at least 3 to 6 days a week, resistance training. Weights, with an emphasis on getting stronger and an emphasis on building muscle. So, earlier in the month, I talked about the duration of the workouts that you need in order to put on muscle. So go back and look at that video if you need to. But make training a major part of your life. Prioritize training over other stuff in your life. If you are spending, if the reason you are not training 3 to 6 times a week is because you are doing leisure interest activities such as watching TV, playing video games, online poker, gambling, watching sports, stuff like that, I'm telling you, you do not get nearly as much value out of as far as quality of life from doing those things as you would if you started really getting training into your life 3 to 6 times. Hell, make it 7 if you want to, but even I don't do that. The reason I say this is you will get hooked on getting stronger. You will become addicted to getting stronger. And if you put an emphasis, a certain percentage of the emphasis of your training on strength building, then that is, instead of getting that emotional and chemical feeling in your body from doing leisure interest activities like gaming and watching TV and porn and doing drugs and drinking and stuff like that, you're going to get that from lifting. Like the day that you break an all-time PR on something, you're going to feel so freaking good about yourself that it's literally the same chemical reaction in your body. Also put an emphasis on muscle building, because when you increase the reps a little bit, you're going to feel the pump. Your shirts are going to fit different. You're going to look better in the mirror. And it's just like the strength training stuff. You get that excellent feeling in your body and mind and your spirit. And it's better than what you get out of all those leisure interest activities. Now, if you are a busy dad or a busy mom, and you've got these kids and you got to cart them all over to sports, I totally understand that. So there may not be opportunities to get to the gym 3 to 6 times. Then you got to start doing stuff at your house. That's all there is to it. There's no other way around it. You have to start doing some form of resistance training multiple times a week. So try to get to the gym once or twice and then do the rest of the workouts in your house and kick your own ass in your house. So we've looked at diet, we've looked at training. You do those 2 things, that's the majority of what you need. So let's go into the third one, and that is cardio. You want to look at cardio as one specific tool that you can use to burn more calories. The more calories you burn, the less fat will be stored on your body. Think of that as the concept. So I listed 3 types of cardio that you can start doing to burn more calories. So the first that I would suggest is fasted cardio at a steady state. So I'm talking about getting on the treadmill and walking with an empty stomach before you have any calories whatsoever. And hopefully before one of the first things you do when you get up and just get on the treadmill, go for a walk. It could be 10 minutes, 20, could be an hour, depends on what you have time for. But this will burn calories that you already have stored in your body between fat deposits and the carbohydrate deposits in your muscle. you're burning calories, and it starts you out at a bit of a caloric deficit. That's one way to get some cardio in. 2, fasted interval training. The good thing about interval training, I'm talking about higher intensity stuff where you're breathing real heavy. The good thing about this is you're going to burn calories for a much longer time. So if you really challenge your body, even if you only do interval training for 5 minutes, you're going to burn calories for a much longer time window than you would if you were doing steady state cardio. So when you do steady state cardio, you're burning calories while you're doing it, and then that kind of shuts off pretty quick after you're done. With interval training, you're burning calories while you're doing the cardio, and then for hours afterwards, your body is working to get back to its normal state. That's called EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, and it's related to your metabolism. It increases the number of calories that you burn throughout the day, and it will have kind of a bigger benefit to you for as far as cardio is concerned for the amount of calories that you burn. The other thing that I would suggest is short bouts of walking, especially after you eat. So, and also when you're doing phone calls. So if your business involves or your job involves phone calls, get up and walk around while you're doing the phone call. I try not to ever sit down while I'm doing a phone call unless I'm driving. Okay, so I try to just get a few bonus calories in while I'm on the phone. So this is going to be steady state stuff. You're not going to be out of breath. It's not going to be a huge distraction. You can take notes on your phone, put it on speakerphone, etc. And these are just bonus calories, again, that you can burn throughout the day. The reason that I suggest these 3 types of cardio is for their benefit on caloric expenditure, targeting body fat, and also they're easier to recover from. Like a 5-minute interval training, that's the most intense form of cardio that I've listed, but it'll be fairly manageable for you to recover from that. If you go and beat your body up doing 20-30 minutes of interval training, that's going to be a lot harder for you to recover from, and you don't want your cardio to affect your ability to effectively do your strength and muscle building training. You want to have plenty of energy and feel good and all that stuff for the weight training. The next thing I would suggest is get away from consuming liquid calories unless it's a protein shake. So sodas, Gatorades, what other liquid calories are there? I'm drawing a complete blank right now, and I don't know why. Basically, when you're consuming liquid calories, you're able to consume a lot of calories at once. So, alcohol. I wanted to throw alcohol in there. But any kind of liquid calorie is not really adding much benefit to your day or to your life. Now, I'm not telling you to drink diet soda. Hell with that shit. That I don't know what that stuff is in there, but that is not going to help you either. Stay away from soda, and if anything, drink water. Stay away from juices. If you want fruit in your diet, then go eat fruit. Don't consume juices. I don't get that. It doesn't work for me, brother. So stay away from the liquid calories unless it's a protein shake where you're trying to get more protein in your diet. That way you're able to control the number of calories that you're ingesting, and you don't have to work so hard to get back to a deficit. Number 5 is a tie. So it came down to intermittent fasting and just the advice that if you fall off the wagon and you have a bad day where you eat cheesecake right before bed, just get back on the wagon as quickly as you can. So intermittent fasting is an option. It's something that I do quite readily. It's something I'm not doing all the time now. I put that in a video earlier, towards the end of the summer or beginning of the fall. because I need more calories right now with the training that I'm doing. But when you're starting out, intermittent fasting is something you can definitely try in order to extend the window where your body is burning fat off your body. So especially if you've got a lot of fat to lose, this is something that you want to try. But again, guys, if you fall off the wagon and you have a late night with your buddies, you go have multiple cheat meals, something like that. Don't get hung up on that. Just move forward. You can't go back. You can only move forward. So if you fall off the wagon, get back on as soon as you can. You get off the horse, get back in the saddle as soon as you can, and just start racking up victories day after day after day. The consistency is what you want. And that is the last thing I want to talk about. You got to have more consistency and less excuses. I am so tired of hearing excuses from people that I consult with. They email me, the comments I get on YouTube videos, etc., etc. Far too many excuses, guys. Look, I was up late last night. Today is Thanksgiving. I have to be somewhere to meet with my parents and have dinner. I could have easily said, man, fuck this. I don't have it today. Yes, I'm tired. Was the workout shit? Yeah, it pretty much was. But you don't always have to have breakthrough workouts. And frankly, if you get in the habit of missing workouts, like I just said, it becomes a habit. And once it becomes easy for you to blow off workouts, you're gonna lose your footing. You're gonna lose your momentum, and your gains are going to slow down. So make it a habit to get your shit in, no matter what the day is. Before in the hour and a half that I was up, I had 3 people tell me, it's Thanksgiving, man. You don't need to train. No. Training is important. You get it in. It doesn't always have to be high quality, breakthrough, PR performances. You go in there and you challenge your body. That makes your body stronger, and that makes your mind stronger. So this is extremely important. So you get a couple bonus tips in here. It's not just 5 ways to change your body composition. It's 6 or 7. And I got to tell you, man, more consistency. More consistency doing the things that I'm suggesting today and removing the excuses so that you are doing more of the right things and working towards your goal. There is no stagnancy. You're either going forward or you're going backward. And you're not going to go forward by making a bunch of fucking excuses. So stop doing that shit. All right, little tough love from Napalm today. Check out the description box. Look at Napalm Fat Burning. The description box has the playlist for the 31 days of Q&A. It's also got other ways you can support me and the channel. If you have questions on this, leave them in the comments section. Other things you want me to consider for 31 days of Q&A, put them in the comments section. Give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, share it with your friends, and all the best in your training.